Okay, we're holding the Maharal. Page Rish Lamed. Where's Alan's English Maharal? Where's Alan's? Here. Howard. Yeah. The Maharal explained that whenever we speak about the number 7, 7 is always an indication of various levels, and we're speaking of levels of spirituality. And a person ascends, you could ascend in levels regarding the material world, and you could ascend in levels regarding the spiritual world. Olam haba. He says, we're second column on Reish Lamed. Interesting concept. It says, we say, and factually, the Gemara number based on Kedusha, it says, a person eats the fruit in this world, and the principles intact for the Olam Haba, for the world to come. This is through Torah. So there's something innate in Torah which has relevance to the physical world, to the material world, and to the spiritual world. We speak of God. God is one. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Nothing exists outside of God. So that anything exists in existence. Why does it exist? Because God wills that it should exist. It all emanates because He wills it should exist. If He would not will it should exist, it wouldn't exist. How did existence come into existence? God said, let it be. When God said, let it be, it became. But if He wouldn't have said, let it be, what existed pre-existence? Nothing. Nothing is not a vacuum. Even vacuum is part of existence. That's existence. God, which is the source of all life, He gives life to those who attach themselves to Him. Anything that exists in existence, it exists only because of the level of the energy, the influence, which Hashem provides. That's the echod. Nothing exists outside of God. What is David HaMelech saying? Tilim, ki imcha mikor chayim. What is the mikor chayim? What's the source of all life? David says, imcha, with you is the source of life. Ba'orcha nira or. Through your light, we will see light. Ki makor elo hefsek klal. What's the difference between a cistern and a wellspring? Howard, what's the difference between a wellspring and a cistern? No, that's not. That's a consequence. A cistern just contains water. A wellspring has a source which continuously churns new water. That's why it moves. So makor means it's unceasing. It's unending. It's unlimited. God is called the makor. He's the source. It's unlimited. God is unlimited. He's infinite. Everything continuously emanates from Him. And because He wills it should be, therefore existence continues. It's ein lo hefsek klal. It's unceasing. V'makoru mashpil l'chol nimtzoim. V'dov ze mitzarad veik shem dveikim bo yizborach. So why does anything exist? Because it has some relevance to God. Why does that have relevance to God? Because God wills it should be. V'misalkem ad veikus sheish nimtzoim bo yizborach. But if you detach that attachment to God, we find the concept of koris, spiritual excision. Person eats on Yom Kippur, the Torah says he's liable for koris. He's cut off. The ultimate level of life only comes, the more attached you are, the greater relevance you have to eternity. Through sin, one is cut off from that what? From that attachment, from the dveikus. What does it say in the Torah? What does Moshe Rabbeinu say to Klal Yisrael? Atem adveikim Hashem Elokeichem, Chaim kulchem hayom. Because you're dovek, because you're attached to God, that's why Chaim kulchem hayom. Therefore, you're all alive. that you're thriving, that you're functioning. It's interesting. Based on statistics, the Rabbi Kalatsky writes in his Siddur, his introduction to his Siddur, that although we don't live in an era of revealed miracles, there's one revealed miracle that continues to exist. What is that? The existence of the Jewish people is a revealed miracle. Why is it a revealed miracle? It says throughout history, no nation has undergone what we've undergone. The destructions, the Holocaust, the pogroms, whatever it was, and we're here. And the nations which tried to destroy us, they're no longer here. That's a Nes Godly. That's a revealed miracle. Everybody could attest to the hand of Hashem that we exist. That's a Nes Godly. That's a revealed miracle. That's what the Rav Yaakov Emden writes in his Siddur. Okay? Now, but why? It defies statistics, defies reality. Why do we exist? Why do we exist? The answer is, we are the Am Hashem. Hashem says, at Sinai, we became the Goy Kodesh. We are God's holy people. God exists. So as long as there is a God which is infinite, is always, we exist. Because since we have that degree of attachment to Him, so just as He is eternal, we have to be eternal. Every other nation is not attached to Him. He wills them when they deserve to exist. They don't deserve to exist, they don't exist any longer. The Jewish people, it has nothing to do with our deserving. Deserving, not deserve, only determines to what degree we suffer. But in terms of our existence, God made a covenant with us, you're forever. So what does it mean you're forever? That means the attachment, God says, Moshe says, you are God's children. You're God's sons. You're God's children. Therefore, that attachment is inextricable. It cannot be detached. So if we're saying if you're connected to the Makor HaChaim, to the source of life, which is God Himself, so that means if God is for always, we're always for always. That's the understanding. The world is not for always for that reason. Many years ago, I was traveling on the train, so I'm sitting next to a person, a goy, and he says to me, it was on the Amtrak, he says to me, going down to Washington, he says to me, he says, I see you're a rabbi. He says, I'm not an anti-Semite. He tells me he's not an anti-Semite. He says, but why are there anti-Semites? So if he's telling me he's not an anti-Semite, he wants to know why the anti-Semites, you understand there's something bothering him. Okay? So I said to him, I'll explain it to you, why they're anti-Semites. Firstly, on one level, then another level. On one level, I said, Jews, whatever you want to attribute to, are very assertive, very tenacious, and they succeed. The world has difficulty with that. Like in any competitive situation, very often the Jew comes out on top. The world has difficulty dealing with that. And because of the level of success or ability, therefore, that causes anti-Semitism. But I said there's something even more profound. I said there's a verse, the verse says that the Jewish people are compared to the boulder. It says, Evan Yisrael, we are compared to the boulder. So the Medrash explains, Chaim, here. What does it mean you're compared to the boulder? So in medieval times, they would have a contest. In medieval times, there were people, they were called he-men, like Atlas, he-men. And they would have a contest that if you take a very large boulder and you'd be able to lift it above your shoulders, you'd win a purse of gold. That was the contest. But when you lift a boulder, when you bring it up to a certain point, if you lose your balance, you'll be crushed under the boulder. Because when you lift it above your head or to a certain point, you have to be able to throw it away from your body. Otherwise, the person's crushed. So the Medrash says, the Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, like a boulder. Throughout history, many civilizations have tried to tackle the boulder. And what happened? They approached us, they tried to destroy us, but rather than we being destroyed through them, they were destroyed through us. They were crushed through us. That's the meaning, the Pasuk, Evan Yisrael. Yisrael, Klal Yisrael is the Evan, with the boulder. So I said to him, I said, you know what the world can't tolerate? Throughout time immemorial, the world has been trying to eradicate the Jews from the world. They can't get rid of us. It's like an arrogance. These Jews, as much as we try to destroy them, we can't get rid of them. It's the ultimate level of arrogance. We will not tolerate it. The previous civilizations didn't succeed. We will succeed. That's what gets their goat. This is what the goy can't tolerate. The arrogance of, hear this, the level. The arrogance of the Jew that he exists. This is the problem the goy has with it. This is Evan Yisrael. To be continued. It's in Mishnah Berurah. Everything is chesed. It's chesed because whatever he helps us, it's beyond what we deserve. You understand?
I mean, meaning I could tell my son, I help my friend. I tell him he's not my friend.
It's a long discussion. It's a long discussion. So you have to understand what chesed is. If there's an objective in everything, so why is it called chesed? You understand? So the question is, what does it mean? It's not chesed in yeah. Okay.